water. All right. Gotta get that H2O. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the JTM, this time on YouTube. I might upload this as like an audio only extra little thing too, because I think that would be fun. Why not put it in other places? Honestly, just thought of that once I just got on camera. Speaking of which, my camera, just an iPhone X. Isn't it crazy that you can create that with that? I mean, like, so funny story. This is off topic. Obviously, y'all are seeing the title of this video, and if you want to, you can skip to this time. Hopefully, I can edit that in there. I think I can. I think iMovie has that capability. But yeah, you're probably like, okay, this is a Deante Hitchcock review. Why is this dude telling me about his camera story? Anyways, point is, I have an iPhone X, got it for Christmas, and before then, I was planning on getting a YouTube camera of some sorts, and then I got this thing, and I was like, dude, the camera on here, it's good enough for a YouTube video, and the mic's pretty decent too. Obviously, it's not gonna be this blue Yeti, or y'all probably like, why am I even watching this? Anyways, but we got this shirt right here, dog. That's gonna be coming soon on the JTM. If you're just clicking on this and you're like, bruh, who are you? I'm just here for the Deante Hitchcock review. Just to say it, first of all, I'm also, this is totally off topic, but I'm just showing y'all my gangster setup because you can make content anyways. Right now, my lighting right here, it's just my monitor on my PlayStation on the YouTube app, on the PlayStation YouTube app with just a 24-hour white screen. That's my lighting in this video. I'm totally off topic, but I feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but you know what? I forgot. And no cuts, we keep going. Anyways, you know what? Screw all that, man. Let's just get into the review of this Deante Hitchcock album. So, funny story, hopefully I can edit this in as well, but I went to a JID and Saba concert about a summer ago. It might have been on my birthday or like the day after my birthday. It was the first like real concert I'd ever been to. I've been to a couple like with my dad and my parents when I was younger, but it wasn't like music that I liked. And I would like to say I consider myself definitely a music head. Yeah, that's actually, speaking of this, well, I was about to say that's why I'm wearing this shirt. That doesn't really make sense with what I was saying. But I am wearing this shirt, one, because it was clean and I'm doing laundry tonight, but two, also because it was the shirt I wore when I met Deante Hitchcock. Hopefully I can edit this in. I probably am, but here's the picture of when I met him at that JID and Saba concert. Anyways, he opened up for them. Mariba was there as well. She's another artist I was introduced to. Loved her also. And I went and I was like, who is this Deante Hitchcock guy? I'm excited for Mariba because I had heard the joint with JID that she did called Sandstorm, which is a beautiful track. And then this man, Deante Hitchcock, comes out and just kills the performance. And I'm like, bruh, it was great stuff. Like, one of my friends that I went with, he was like, yo, honestly, I rank his, like, performance. He had him over Saba. We need another Saba project for real. If y'all don't like, or if y'all haven't heard of Saba, if you don't like Saba, I don't know if I like you. But nah, if you're watching this video, I like you. So he really liked Deante's performance at this show, and I loved it too. And dude, we're like the first people walking out, so we're like, all right, let's beat traffic, you know what I'm saying? And we had already kind of seen JID because he had been driving. He drove right past me on a scooter before this concert. It was crazy. I'm doing so much storytelling, and I'm not even in the review of this thing, but we're gonna keep rolling with it. If you're still here, I appreciate you, especially if you're just some dude on YouTube that's like, where's some Deante Hitchcock reviews? Sean C hasn't came out with his yet, or he's not gonna do it because he doesn't know who he is. Then I feel you, one, and two, thank you for sitting through my stories. Yeah, I mean, JID went right by me on a scooter. It was pretty crazy. And you know, we got to see Saba too. I was pretty close to the front as well. I wasn't like in the front row, but I was like maybe 3-4 rows back. And dude, I mean, it was super cool. It was like my first concert. But anyways, loved Deante Hitchcock's performance. Dude was awesome. And now, just tonight, he came out with this Better album. And it's funny because his first album's called Good, his second one's Better, and I was like, oh, his third album's probably gonna be best. And then I go to his Twitter name, and it's, or not his Twitter name, but his hashtag in his bio, and it's hashtag Good, Better, Best. I'm like, yeah, that next album about to be clean, boy. So I listened to this thing probably like twice so far. Obviously, I probably won't play any of it. I might play a little bit. I don't know. I'm not trying to get copyrighted, so I think I'm just going to go through the track for track. But yeah, this thing was awesome. I also had a Twitter thread if you want to follow me, at Jude McLaren. Probably, I don't know if I may have not put it up here. If I'm pointing at nothing, then I got lazy editing because I'm recording this at 1:50. But also, go follow me on Twitter, at Jude McLaren, and the podcast. You want to listen to podcasts? You like sports? You like the LSU Tigers? I've done a music episode before. It's not like my big thing. But you know, this is really a totally different lane for the JTM. So let's just get into this review, man. screw all that. So going track for track here, starting off with I Remember. That thing was a banger to pop in this album, dude. I just remembered what I was gonna say earlier. I did a whole thread of a live tweeting of my live reaction when I first listened to the album, so you can go check that out. I'll probably tweet about it and be like, hey, as a retweet with a comment and be like, all right, here's the thread right here. So if you're new and you're checking that out, you can go look at that. And I said, I have a lot of initial thoughts there. I could go look at it, but I want this to be a little bit authentic, a little bit of time has passed. Let the album sit with me for a little bit, but I gave it a 9.5 initially. I know usually at the end of the video you're supposed to put the 9.5, but your boy isn't putting the 9.5 at the end of the video. I'm putting it right now, and I still feel with that. I don't usually put 0.5s in my rankings, but this thing, I'm picky, so it's really hard to be a perfect album. But every track on here, he went 10 for 10. Every track on here is good. And I said when I thought about it, I was like, okay, this album is damn near perfect. And I was like, so it's a 9.5. Damn near perfect. I Remember, first track comes in with some hard bars, dude. Okay, now I'm gonna actually have to look up my Twitter real quick. I got my Mac right here below me with the tracks, because there were some lyrics that I loved and I wanted to just share those with y'all, some of my favorite lyrics. There's some funny lyrics on this album, let me tell you guys, that's for sure. But what's the name of the first track? I'm forgetting it already. I Remember is just perfect. Just a perfect intro track. He goes hard. If you've never listened to this dude and you're seeing Jid tweet about him and stuff, then man, oh my gosh, I'm getting if y'all are hearing that pickup, it's coming through my headphones. I actually started playing the album through my headphones over here. Some Sennheisers, the Joe Rogan headphones. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the start. Oh boy. On this track, this has started my thread. I remember venues back in Texas that was longer than my set list, and I was like, that may not be me, but that's me, because I went to the concert in Texas. And then I said, talk to him, in all caps, at Deante VH. So yeah, that intro was a heater. That's kind of what I said. I am going to use this thread. I said I wasn't going to use it, but I'm going to end up using it. But yeah, my second tweet in the thread, this dude at Deante VH is blowing up with this album, bro, I swear. I completely agree. But yeah, man, that first track, is perfect. It's 4 minutes and 15 seconds. It doesn't feel like it because he's just coming at you with bars after bars. And I Remember, it's him being like, bro, this is my come-up album. I'm about to come in and just destroy this whole track, talking about I remember when things were bad. Because this man, if you have heard of him, a lot of people probably heard of him from Revenge of the Dreamers, because he had a couple features on there. It might have just been one. I think it might have been two, though. Anyways, yeah, I Remember, bro. He remembers where he came up from, where he was, just goes through all of it. Perfect intro track to kind of introduce himself, to be like, this is where I was, here's where I'm at now, which falls under the theme of the album, the title, Better. He remembers me, he was just good, now he's better, he's got a little bit of cash, right? And that's why the second track is I Got Money Now with Jid. You can already see the theme coming in on the first two tracks. The first album's called Good, and this is a thing that he set up and planned, and it's so thought out, years in advance. So, shout out to Deante Hitchcock, because everything from, everything from the album art to the music itself, to even the titles of the songs, it went from good to better on this album. If you go to his Apple Music or Spotify, wherever you listen to your music, I don't know if there's maybe some of y'all out there on Tidal Y'all weird. Hydration station, hydrate or dihydrate. Water. I love it. You should too. Anyways, this video is sponsored by water. It keeps you alive. Yeah, this album just, I mean, it literally got better. So anyways, getting back to the second track, I Got Money Now. It goes hard. The beat is so unique. It's not really something I've ever heard before with the yeah, 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 yeah in the background. And the JID feature at the end's perfect. Any JID feature's good. Anytime JID makes music is good, in my opinion. I haven't really heard a bad track from JID. And I can't wait for his next album to come out too. I think there's going to be a Spillage Village record that comes out first. But yeah, I mean, shout out to JID. I love that they got him on the album because, I mean, if it wasn't for JID doing that tour with Saba, and because he did the second leg of the Catch Me If You Can tour for DiCaprio 2 in 2019. He brought along Mariba, he brought along Deante Hitchcock and Saba. But if it wasn't for that, man, I wouldn't be following this dude. So shout out to JID and shout out for his verse on this track. It goes hard. But like I said, yeah, so far in the album, I mean, he's remembering where he's from, talking about now to where he's at, how he's got a little bit of money now. So you can see the theme through first two tracks. They're flowing like great. So I just want to say, shout out to like this man on the first two tracks. And the third one, we got Attitude with Young Nudy. I'm not a real big Young Nudy guy. To be fair, I haven't listened to him that much, but I'm just not kind of in like the Lil Baby, Gunna. I listened to Gunna when I was like 18. To be fair, I'm not that much older than that now, but like I was really into Gunna like the summer after my senior year of high school. But since then, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't really listen to them anymore. But this Young Nudy verse is good. And, you know, in this one, he's just like, I got some attitude, I got some confidence, I got some swagger. Like I said, he was good, but now he's better. And we're continuing the theme on track 3, Attitude. Everything flows really well together on this album. So the next lyric I have is, look like an optimist, die in your prime. And I think that, or die in my prime, I might have messed up the lyrics a little bit. I think that's on this track, and that bar, I mean, I tweeted, if y'all watch Family Guy, I tweeted the Brian Griffin gif of him just like sitting at the table with the ice cream sundae and his jaw just like dropping, and that's just how I felt. I was like, bruh, he did not just say that. That goes hard. Shout out to Shia LaBeouf and Transformers. But yeah, then we got the next track, How TF, featuring Black, or Six Lack. Yeah, that's another great track, and he's changing the vibe to lead into the next song on this album, which I didn't know is a single, but he's still rapping, but he's like slowing things down after the first two bangers, which leads straight into Flashbacks, which is the next track with Miguel and somebody else. I'm not entirely sure. Let me expand my Apple. Okay, and Saint Beauty, don't know who she is, but she's got a great voice. Yeah, anyways, getting back to how the F, or TF, not the, I mean, that's basically what it means, but great track there, slows it down, good rapping, and a funny skit at the end too, great verse from Black, a good like R&B, but rap song too, for sure, which leads right into Flashbacks, which is probably the most soulful record on this entire album. The instrumental is beautiful, man. The instrumental is perfect. Oh, in this track, like, it's perfect, dude. Like, it's great. It's everything. I mean, obviously, this is all my opinion. Just want to say that. Great instrumental that's smooth, you know, down to earth track. He's talking about flashbacks, bro. He's reminiscing, talking about the things that happened in his life, bro. And I mean, when somebody's being honest and talking about that, and it's stuff you can relate to, I mean, it makes for good music. On top of that, when the audio and the production is phenomenal as well. And he has this switch at the end of the track that makes it a little bit more upbeat, but it's still like a vibe, you know, a little bit of a wavy, some chill. I'm so cringy. I just said a little bit of it's like a vibe, bro. I hate myself for saying that. So, yeah, that great track. Flashbacks is super solid. And then after you got that little smooth transition, you go into number 6 with Gimme Yo Money. I'm weak, dog. Gimme Yo Money was crazy. So he tweeted about it before it came out too, and he was like, this is I'm sorry, I wonder how much the mic is picking up. If it's picking up a lot, I'm sorry if my chair has just been squeaking. Like, it's a good chair, but it's just Amazon Prime. It's just basics. I built it myself, though. Please stay on the video. But yeah, Gimme Yo Money is hilarious. He said it's a twerk anthem for Atlanta, kind of like Shake 88 off Denzel Curry's Zoo. So it might not be a lot of other people's thing. I think, you know, this one's a little bit more appealing than that because that was just straight like Miami vibes on Zoo. This is a little bit more, I feel like people who aren't into twerk songs, you know, who aren't women, who aren't out there. Like, I'm not out every weekend in the club just, you know, twerking. So, you know, some people that might not be their thing. I'm just a straight white dude. I'm about as basic as you can get. The track is hilarious. Like, it's so funny. Like, and it's great. It's got so much personality on this track, and it's an ode to Atlanta, which is where he's from. So, I mean, I love the culture in the track. The culture is good. I don't really know much about it, but I can see it, and I appreciate it. Great track here. There's a line. I could say this, and a lot of other music reviewers will probably say this, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit PC on here. Just trying to be a little bit entertaining, so I'm not gonna say the line that is explained here. That is hilarious. Okay, I'm probably gonna say it. So basically, what he says is, the girl that is, you know, that's kind of the character of this track in Gimme Yo Money. If you've listened to it, if you're listening to this, you probably listen to the album. He says, the girl, her private parts are bomb. They won't even let her through TSA. Dude, I fell out of my chair when I heard that. I was like, bruh, that's funny. Anyways, great track there, bro. We're six tracks in, 6 for 6. 6 for 6. Like I said, he's 10 for 10, dog. And then he goes into Circles. And at first when I was listening to this, not gonna lie, I was kind of like, oh, this might be the one on the album. And I'm like, I'm gonna skip. And then as I start listening more and more, it's like the concept builds up. Because it's like at the beginning, and you know, now I'm realizing afterwards, it's like, whoa, dude, the concept at the beginning, maybe it is a little bit boring, because if you're running in circles, which is what the track is about, with him in a relationship with this girl, right? He felt like he was running in circles. Well, at the beginning, it feels like you're running in circles on the beat. It's kind of just a little boring, and then it gets hyper and hyper and hyper, just like in a relationship with, you know, him getting deeper in the lyrics of what happened and everything. The beat gets a little bit more intricate as well. I mean, it's like you're running in circles, but the longer you run in circles, it's like more stuff happens. Like it's happening in this relationship as he explains throughout the track. So this was, I mean, it grew on me like real quick. And it was funny because I was listening to it and I thought to myself, I was like, whoa. I was like at the beginning I was like, and then I was like, he started like doing some crazy stuff. And then I started realizing, oh my God, this is a great concept. And I was just like, bruh. I was like, this track, like I'm halfway through it, and I'm like, this track about to grow on me. I knew it. Like I paused and I told myself that, because I'm an only child, so you know, I talk to myself. Anyways, point is great track, and the more I think about it and I listen to it the second time, I mean, God, the concept on here is just great. Then we got Shadowman's Interlude. Did I miss any lyrics? Let me see. Okay, all right. So here's mainly. Oh shit, I don't know. I think on Circles he said, I don't need no fairly godparents to get rid of my Vickies. Bruh. See, okay, also, don't mind my shorts. Like, usually they're a little bit higher. This is my nighttime shorts. You know, them long Nike dry fit shorts. They're comfortable. He made a fairly godparents reference. I was like, what? This man talking about Optimus Prime, female private parts not being able to get through TSA, and fairly godparents? I'm weak. This dude, it's so many fun bars. It's so much personality, dude. And I saw that whenever I first heard him, you know, like at the concert and saw him perform, you know, just like only 10 feet in front of me. Bruh, on this album, I mean, it's just, like, then it was good, but now it's better. I can't wait to see what this man's best is. And then after that, I don't know if he's just going to quit the music game. I doubt it, because he's too talented to do that. But, yeah, man, that next album, I mean, this was really thought out by him in the long term. Like, especially when he wasn't as big as he is now, and about how big he's about to be after this album, for real. But, yeah, Shadowman's Interlude is the next track number 8. And it's a super honest and revealing track, you know, talking about a lot of things that he's been through. It's called Shadowman, and he kind of talks about how he keeps his feelings in the dark. You know, I just burped. Oh, God, I need some water after that. My dude, I mean, he's a Shadowman in this track. He's talking about how he is, and man, it's really revealing, and it's really honest, and that's really hard for people to do sometimes. So, love that about this track. I mean, it didn't feel like an interlude. The thing was 3 minutes, but I trust him on it being an interlude. Then we have Growing Up / Mother God. That might be my favorite track on the album. I'm not entirely for sure. One thing I said about this track was it has a lot of Mac influence, and I loved that. I mean, him working with Jid, with how much Jid and Mac Miller work together, obviously he's got a lot of influence from Jid. Jid's got a lot of influence from Mac, so I think that bled over a little bit. I don't know if he ever got to work with Mac. He may have. But when I said, I don't know if it is, but that might be my favorite track on the album, specifically Growing Up. I loved Mother God. The piano transition was beautiful, but Growing Up was just, I mean, the instrumental, it was so good, dude. It was so good, dude. Yeah, I really enjoyed that track. He said, and he's talking, it's literally what it says, growing up, like, he went through all this stuff, now, you know, this is where he's at, and he's built himself up, and this is what growing up's about. You got to go through the struggles, just like talked about in Shadowman. That's why it's the interlude. I just realized that. Now he's growing up. He's having a good time. He's worked through all the hard times. You know, he's more open about himself, more revealing, and that's because of his mother God. Oh my gosh, I'm realizing this as I'm recording it, which is, you know, he was saying he has his thoughts on God as a woman because of all of the things that his mom has done for him. I didn't hear a lot about his dad, and as somebody who, me and my dad thankfully have a better relationship now, but, you know, a lot of times, I live with just my mom right now, and a lot of times, for most of my childhood, it was just me and my mom, so I can definitely see where he's coming from, and that's relatable for a lot of kids out there for sure. So once again, shout out to Deante Hitchcock, man, being relatable and feeding the streets. But yeah, then we got that track Angels, number 10, and there was supposed to be an 11th track on here, and I was like, dang, he took it off, what's he doing? Nah, he just stuck it at the end of this track, which I loved. Angels ends, which is great. Angels is a good, you know, soulful track, but it's still rap, goes pretty hard. Got a nice vibe on the beat. And then that the end goes hard, where he's just like, because this is a 6-minute track, right? And there's basically that second song that he initially had as 11 tracks on the album that he stuck into the end of this one. And that goes hard, and it caps it off. And I mean, it just makes me sit here and I'm like, yo, that went hard. Just like the album. He wraps it up like he started. He's better. He's rapping. He is a rapper. I mean, he's a rapper. He can rap. And I'm not talking W-R-A-P. I said that, and I wanted to stop myself mid-sentence. Man, it just made me sitting here like, dang, I can't wait for that best album. I hope that's what it is. Watch, I'm going to be wrong, and then this is going to come out, and I'm going to be like, yikes. But, I mean, it is in his Twitter bio, so, you know, I'm not going to be mad at myself in the future for assuming that his next album will be named best. This was a great album. Like I said, 9.5 out of 10. I hopefully can edit that in. If not, I'm just going to look stupid when this video goes up, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to do that. Anyways, guys, this has been the first JTM Extra music review. Hopefully there will be a lot more good music that comes out this year. Honestly, this is my album of the year so far. I like the tape with Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats on Unlocked. But yeah, for 2020, I also like Smino's She Already Decided. That was another great album. Or that's a mixtape, really, but Better is definitely my album of the year. So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm rocking the shirt I wore when I met this dude. And yeah, shout out to Deante Hitchcock. If he sees this, what's good, bro? I doubt it, but you know, if it happens, I'll be happy, and thank you for making music, and I can't wait to see more. I'll catch you guys on the next JTM Extra. This has been a review of Deante Hitchcock's Better.